What if I tell you 3 lines on your resume just cost you the interview and you have no idea they're even there? I have reviewed hundreds of resumes over my 22-year career as a marketing leader and a chief marketing officer, and I keep seeing the same mistakes that candidates think are actually helping them. Let me show you what's actually killing your application. I've been a CMO for several years, and in the 22 years of my career, I have led marketing at 2 Fortune 1000 organizations. I have personally built marketing teams from the ground up and hired more than 50 marketers at every level. And in that time, I've seen the same resume mistakes over and over again. Most candidates have no idea these things are red flags, but to the hiring managers, they are immediate concerns that often lead to rejection. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what to remove from your resume before you send it to another company. Here is what's happening. You spent hours on your resume. You listed every skill, every responsibility, every course you have taken. You're trying to show that you're qualified. I get it. But hiring managers are not reading your resume the way you think we are. We are scanning for reasons to eliminate candidates, not select them all the time. We are looking for red flags and certain phrases, certain formatting choices, certain details, and these trigger an immediate question mark. Not because you're unqualified, but because you're signaling something you do not intend to signal. Let me show you what I mean. Do you know what's the fastest way to create doubt about your candidacy? Start your resume with these words. Seeking an entry-level marketing position where I can utilize my skills and grow my career. And this is why this weakens your applications. It tells me what you want. I do not care what you want. I care what you can do for my business. Every time I see things like seeking, aspiring, looking for an opportunity to do something, I know this candidate does not understand how hiring actually works. You're not here to grow, you're here to deliver results. And this is what creates immediate concerns. Passionate about marketing. Everyone says this, it means nothing. Eager to learn and contribute. You should already know something. Recent graduate seeking to apply classroom knowledge. I need practical skills, not just theory. So what's the solution? Don't have an objective statement at all. Replace it with a value proposition. For example, instead of saying seeking entry-level marketing role, write something like, I'm a marketing generalist with B2B SaaS focus. I have managed campaigns delivering 4x return. I am certified in HubSpot or Google Analytics. Do you see the difference? One tells me what you want, and the second tells me what you can do. If you must have a summary, make it about outcomes, not aspirations. In most resumes, I see this common skills section. Microsoft Office, communication, social media, teamwork, time management, problem solving, creativity. Let me tell you what this communicates to me. You have nothing specific to offer. Microsoft Office? That's not a differentiating skill in 2025. That's a basic expectation. It's like saying to the hiring manager, I know how to use a telephone. Communication, teamwork, problem solving. These are table stakes. Everyone claims these. They are the filter words that take up space without saying anything meaningful. And here is my rule. If you cannot prove the skill with a metric or certification, reconsider listing it. Remove these things immediately from your resume. Microsoft Office. Unless you're specifically an Excel expert with advanced functions like pivot tables, VLOOKUP, macros. Social media without platform specifics. Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. Be specific. Remove any soft skill you cannot quantify. Remove words like team player, hard worker, self-motivated. Remove things like proficient in anything generic. Either you have certification or demonstrated experience, or you do not list it at all. This is what works instead. For example, Google Analytics certified. Again, I set up conversion tracking for 5 to 10 campaigns. Meta Ads Manager managed a budget of $10,000 in ad spend with maybe 3 ROAS. HubSpot Marketing Software certified. Built 10 to 12 email automation workflows. Do you notice the pattern? Certification or platform name plus proof of application. And here is something that might surprise you. If you are listing Canva as a primary skill, you're signaling you're not a professional designer. Canva is a tool for non-designers. If design is actually your strength, you should be listing Adobe Creative Suite or Figma. Context matters. And this is one of the most common mistakes I see in the experience section. I have seen people write things like responsible for managing social media accounts and creating engaging content for various platforms. Here is the problem. That sentence could describe anyone who has ever touched social media. There are no specifics, no results, no differentiation. These are the phrases that weaken your resume. Responsible for. This just tells me you showed up. Assisted with. What did you actually do? Helped to. Were you helpful or were you effective? Involved in. This is a passive language that signals passive contribution. Various duties including, this is just a filler, and other tasks as assigned. Never ever put this. These phrases tell me you do not know how to articulate your impact. And if you cannot articulate impact on a resume, you likely will not be able to articulate it in stakeholder meetings. This is what I'm looking for instead. Not responsible for managing email marketing campaigns, but built and executed 10 email campaigns, improved open rates from 19 to 30%, include CTRs from 5% to 7% through subject line testing and segmentation, generated 200 qualified leads. Do you see the difference here? Specific number of campaigns, before and after metrics, business outcome. Also, remove these experience red flags. Jobs lasting less than 3 months unless it is explicitly an internship or specific project. Excessive details about roles from maybe 6 years ago of your early career. I only care about recent relevant work. Also remove any mention of exceeding expectations without defining what the expectation was. Remove vague results like significantly improved or greatly improved. Give me the actual number or do not mention it. If you did something that mattered, quantify it. If you cannot quantify it, rethink whether it belongs on your resume. This is going to sound direct, but I need you to hear it. Certain personal information on your resume creates legal risk for companies, and many hiring managers will pass on your application rather than deal with that risk. Remove these things immediately. Your photo, your age or date of birth, your marital status, whether you have children, your religion or religious affiliations, your political affiliations, any physical characteristics or health information. Why does this matter? Employment law prohibits companies from making hiring decisions based on these factors. If you include these things on your resume, you're creating documentation that could complicate things legally, even if no discrimination ever occurred. Many companies will simply not move forward with your application rather than risk that exposure. It's not personal, it's risk management. The only information that belongs on your resume, your name, your phone number, your email address, your LinkedIn profile, your city and state, not the full street address, and your portfolio website if relevant. And that's it. Everything else adds risk without adding value. And one more thing, references. Don't put references available upon request at the bottom. We know references are available, and that line is wasted space from an earlier era. Delete it. Your formatting is communicating something about your judgment, and some choices tell me you do not understand professional standards. Remove or fix these formatting issues immediately. Color text or backgrounds. Your resume is not a design showcase. Black text on white background is the standard. If you're using blue headers or green highlights, you're making your resume harder to read, and also potentially harder for ATS to parse correctly. Pick one professional font and stick with it, not anything decorative or stylized. Things like text boxes, tables, or complex columns can cause problems with ATS systems. Your carefully designed two-column layout might get scrambled when it hits the applicant tracking software. Graphics, icons, skills bars. These little progress bars showing you are maybe 85% proficient in SEO, they are meaningless and they add clutter. Please remove them. Inconsistent date formatting. For example, if you write January 2023 to present for one job, Don't write 522 to 623 for another. Consistency signals attention to detail. The last one is typos and grammatical errors. These should be obvious, but I still see it regularly. One typo raises questions about your attention to detail, and multiple typos suggest you do not review your work carefully. If you're applying for a marketing job, a job where communication is the primary skill, and your resume has errors, you have created doubt about your core competency. Run a spell check, read it out loud, have someone else review it. This is non-negotiable. So I showed you several categories of things to improve on your resume, but there are more than 20 specific red flags that I look for when reviewing resumes. So I created a checklist. It's called the Resume Red Flags Checklist, and it covers every single thing that raises concerns when I'm reviewing applications. It includes obvious mistakes and even the subtle ones, things like specific words that signal inexperience, formatting choices that create legal concerns, and even the phrases that tell me if a candidate does not understand business impact. And you can download this for free. Link is in the description below. Go through your resume tonight with this checklist, remove everything that's flagged, and I assure you, you will have a cleaner, stronger resume by tomorrow morning. The fastest way to improve your application success rate is to stop eliminating yourself with avoidable mistakes. And if you want to go deeper, not just fixing your resume, but building a complete strategy to get hired in the marketing domain, I run a live cohort where I teach the full system. We cover portfolio building, interview strategy, how to position yourself to hiring managers, and how to actually stand out in a competitive market. It's the same framework I use when mentoring marketers inside my companies and also the people I work with. The link is in the description if you want to learn more. But start with the checklist, clean up your resume first, remove the red flags. That's the foundation everything else is built on, and I'll see you in the next video.